Hey, good morning everybody and welcome to my channel. Well, this morning I'm going to show you a drone, but I don't have it on me because I dropped it. So I'm turning around to go back and get it. Yeah, it's pretty small and it's pretty cool. It's actually it's actually a drone I really like. I flew it once and I thought it was pretty neat. So it's behind me down here, right down here by the tree. Not much, it's in this case, but it's a foldable drone. I'm going to pull it out in a second. Let me just get to where I'm going. So I'm going to take it to a park. The park is up this hill behind this little path here, and we'll go fly it. We'll go check it out. Here's the case of the idle drone. I'll just open it up and show you what's inside. Check this out. There it is. So this drone is a foldable drone. Unfold it. There's little magnets that hold it together up here, so when it unfolds, magnets click together and it stays nicely attached. In the front you can see a camera. This is a 1080p camera and it's electronic, because what I mean by electronic is it moves electronically forward, a little bit up, and all the way down. You control it by your remote controller. It has a battery that goes right here in the center. It gets 10 minutes of flight time. And check out the bottom. You can see we have sensors, an optical flow sensor and an ultrasonic sensor. And look at these props. They're reversed, but they're pretty gouged, and they are brushless motors. So you can expect something pretty cool from this. Now I will say, this thing is rather noisy. I flew it in the house and I think I woke up the dead. It's pretty noisy because those props and those motors are super powerful. You're gonna see what happens. Okay, let's take it for a flight. Oh, before I do that, let me show you. It comes with this super cool controller. Now you can fly it without the controller, but the controller is actually pretty decent. All right, here we go. So this drone comes in two versions. One version includes the actual controller and the other version just use your phone. So let's just try this just with our phone and see what happens here. I think this is a takeoff. Takeoff, confirm. See what I mean about pretty loud? There we go. So it's pretty stable out here. Let me put on the camera. Now, the camera in this thing is in the front here. You can probably see me on it. It's an electronic camera, and it has 8 gigs of memory on the inside internally. So you don't put in micro SD or anything like that. It doesn't go to your phone, I don't believe. And I don't really like flying with phones, but here, let me just fly this around and see what happens. So this will be forward. Looks like something out of the Terminator movie. It's got a few features. If I go to intelligent flight modes, I'll do the surround one. So the surround is just basically, it should just spin around. There you go. It's rotating nicely. I'm walking with it. So that's if I was at some location and I wanted to take a surround video of my whereabouts. It just sits in the air and turns around. All right, so let's stop that one. All right, so here's the camera on this thing. I can look down. And how far does it go? Looking at my shoes. Oh, it's still going farther. So I'm looking straight down now, and then I'll go straight up. Here, camera, come on up. There we go. And it goes up. So you can control it with the phone. It's not too bad. I would prefer to do it with the actual controller, but all in all pretty good. Let me try the gesture mode here. What's it got? Intelligent tracking. All right. I don't know how this works. Let me draw a box around me. There we go. See, there's a green. There was blue, now there's green. Will it follow me backwards? Says it's supposed to track me and knows I'm there. Whoa, as I'm falling on stuff. You know what? I don't know if this is a follow you tracking. It just says tracking. Nope. Try that again. Intelligent mode. Intelligent tracking. Let me get closer. I think it's only to go from left to right, maybe. One of those tracks. So there we go. You can see on my little display. I'm going to move this way. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a stay in the center of where it is and track you as you move from left to right, right to left. Do you need the phone with you? Probably not, because the way it's designed, it looks like it just draws a box. So the tracking does work, but that's all you get. Intelligent flight modes. Let's go gesture control. So gesture control is right there. It says it's got me. As long as it sees me, hold up a peace sign. There you go. It took a photo, so it works. So if I do this, it's supposed to go down. That's supposed to be, there we go. There we go, that caused it to land. There we go. So that's that gesture control. I got a bit of power left in the first battery. I'm going to fly it with the controller now just to show you. Much easier to control with the controller itself. So it's pretty fast. Got to keep it up in the air. Make sure I don't hit anything. Good thing it's got the virtual prop guards. I could never smash into anything with that. It really tilts over on its ability to fly forward. Here we go. Now I've got the controller and the actual phone attached, so we have both things. So I put the video recorder on. You can actually record video without the phone. There's buttons here to start and stop video, but you won't see where your camera's looking. A little dial on the actual controller to turn the video. You can see I can look down the ground. It makes that terrible buzzing noise though as you're moving it. I don't know why it does that. Maybe just to warn you that you've done something silly. You can start it usually like this, or there's a little thing here for takeoff. Just trying the one button land here. That comes down nice. So there's a little button on here, right here. You just push that. Should go up automatically. There you are. So let's take it up a little bit. That's what it looks like up in the air. Very, very, very noisy drone. I think the Mavic Air is less noisy. So what's it see up there? Let me look down at me. I'm down here. Can you even see me? Yeah, there I am. All right. So that's what it looks like. I'll get away from that tree. I'll fly slow so you can see what it looks like. Here I'm flying around the park. And I'll bring it down to me and I'll go buzz me. So one thing I will say about this drone, it has about 10 minutes flight time. It's the cool factor drone. If you showed up at some field with this drone, you would be the cool kid on the block. You can put a geofence in this. The max distance is 100 meters. I've got the geofence because I'm in this little area here. I've got it set to about 30 meters. So it does have other features. Let me just see here on here. On intelligent flight mode. So it's got a rocket mode. If I hit rocket, it's gonna go right up. There you go. So now that gives you the whole area of what you want it to see. How high does it go? I have no idea, but I'm not gonna set it up there, so I can bring it back down. It's got Droney mode, so if I go intelligent flight modes and I go Droney, here we go. It will fly up and backwards. Except I'm not in the shot because it doesn't have the ability to lock on to the individual that it's filming. I have to control the camera. So there it goes. And it should only go back to my geofence, which is 30 meters. But there we go. It also has something on here, a return to home. Let me send it away back. Now I've changed locations for it. So it took off way over there. There we go. Now I've got to return to home. Okay. No, it keeps on going back to where it thought it took off from, which is pretty true because that's where it took off, right over there. So I guess the return to home works. Actually, that's where the return to home is. It's a little bit off. It should be over there. Okay, so this is the video mode quality of this here drone, which in my tests indoors, it seemed pretty good. So I'm gonna try the photo quality. It's getting really windy out here, so it's moving around. So let me try the photo quality. Turn off video. So here's a snapshot. Here we're going back on video quality mode. I'm gonna guess the snapshots are probably really good, probably just as good as the video mode. The CMOS sensor that's in here has an ISO rating from like 100 to 3200, which is similar to the DJI Spark. I think the sensor is a little smaller than the Spark, but the image quality should be similar at 1080p. So I'm hoping, at least what I'm thinking from the specs, the 1080p on this should be pretty decent. And like I said, it records, if I didn't already mention this, it records to an 8 gig memory card built in. So it does have altitude hold, it's got compass, it's got GPS, it's got GLONASS, brushless motors, 1080p camera, optical sensor on the bottom. It's got ultrasonic sensor. I should mess it up putting my hand underneath, confuse it a bit. It does come with spare props. Mine came with 2 batteries and the controller. There is a model with only 1 battery and no controller, so you can check that out as well for a lower price. But all in all, pretty good drone. So here on my screen it says you have a low battery. It says low power, please land immediately. So I'm overriding it right now. I'm just gonna go forward a bit. I'm gonna go into the other woods and then bring it back. that's it. All right, the FunSnap Idle drone. I have to say, right from this point forward, I like this drone. I really, really like this drone because it's different. Well, it's not so much different than other drones. However, it's different in the fact that, you know, it's an actual, somebody actually took this concept. There's so many little drones like this that fold out, but somebody actually took that concept and turned it into a really good quality drone. And that's what this is. Did you see the video quality from this 1080p camera? It is a really good 1080p, probably one of the best 1080ps I've featured in drones in a long time. That is a really good camera. Now, obviously, there's no 3-axis gimbal, so when the drone will do this, well, your camera's going to do that. So not so good there. But, you know, for the price, that's what you get. And it has the good old brushless motors, and I like the props. The props are not these dinky little props. They're tri-blade props, and they're really at a deep angle. That's why it's so freaking noisy, because it's really pushing a lot of wind out of this thing. So it's got a lot of power to move, and it does move quite fast. Flight time is around 10 minutes with the batteries, but I do like the battery concept too, because the battery concept, it's not a smart battery, but it's just your normal LiPo battery. But I like the fact that they're very modular and they fit on nice. Just fold it, unfold it, just magnet connects itself back together, little magnets, and it's all one piece and ready to go again. It's really good that way. And on the bottom, you've got optical flow right here, so that's why it was so stable when it was flying. And you also have the ultrasonic sensor, so you can fly this indoors. And the fact that there's prop guards built into this thing all around, you can fly it into anything you want and you're not going to break it. It's just going to bounce off. Of course, if you flew it in full speed, you'd probably break it. But that's what it's designed for. It's just designed to fly around for a beginner, hit walls and everything else. So then you're probably asking, wow, that's a really cool drone. Why don't I see more of these drones around? Well, let me tell you why you don't see too many of these drones around. It's made by FunSnap. And FunSnap is a company, but it's not a massive company like DJI or anything, so they don't make millions of these things. They don't sell millions. So for that reason, the price is rather high. Yeah, it's rather high. So you can get this drone for under $200, but it definitely is over $100. And some places you look, you know, it comes with a case, and it comes with a controller, and I got 2 batteries with mine, and you get this really professional charging system here, all this stuff. So, and a few more odds and ends. And for all that, if you want that whole package where you get all these extras, well, that in some places is going to cost you more than $200. And that's why you don't see this drone too often. Because a lot of people, as you and I know, when they buy a drone for the first time, they either want a really good drone and they're willing to spend over $500, or they want, you know, just want to get into it and they want to spend under 100 or maybe close to 200. So this one is at the edge of that. If you can afford this drone, it's a really good drone, but you got to get it with 2 batteries because you only get 10 minutes of flight time. But I will say I really enjoyed this drone, and I've taken it to the field since just to show other people this drone, and they all thought it was pretty cool. They did notice that the noise is kind of wicked. You can hear this thing coming from quite a distance, so you wouldn't take this on vacation with you because it is pretty noisy. But I do like it. It's a good drone. And now a quick unboxing of the Idle Drone Platinum set from FunSnap. Hey, they put my name here, Steve from Canada. Cool. On the bottom of the box, you can see some of the features of the drone. It says foldable design, follow me, gesture control, and 1080p camera. And on the back of the box, we have more features: auto return, 1-key takeoff and landing, smartphone control, indoor hovering, low battery return, and 1-touch sharing. Opening up the box, we see this must be the battery, this would be the battery charger, this would be the drone itself, spare propellers, the controller, and the power charging system. First things first, the drone comes in a nice soft case. Let's open that case up and check out what is inside. There we go, we have the drone itself. So I'll pull that out, and to unfold it, it's like a butterfly. Open up the wings and let it fly around. Anyways, this here is some sort of little camera sensor for the bottom, probably optical positioning. This looks like a height sensor, ultrasonic, and on the front I can see the cameras right here. Looks like you can move it, or maybe I'm not supposed to do that. Maybe there's electronic, I don't know. And on the back would be the power switch after I connect the battery right here. Having a close-up look at the motors, you can see that they are actually what appears to be brushless motors, which is very nice. Also on the side of the drone right here, you have a nice little USB port that is protected by a piece of rubber. Here we have the batteries. It only needs 1 to fly, so you get a spare one. And they are quite large, so you should get a decent amount of flight time with these. And this here is the charging system. Just plop the battery in here and charge away. And this is the power source for the charging system. You also get 4 spare props. Here we have the controller. I'll just take off the styrofoam, and we can see the little joysticks. Very nice feeling. You have two buttons, power, and it looks like it can take off and land. On the front, you have an A and B button. You also have here, looks like a camera tilt, so maybe something for the camera. And here's another square button, maybe to take a picture. That's probably a video picture, I'm not really sure. And here for your cell phone, you pull that out and just flip everything up. There you go, and then fit your cell phone in there. So you're all set for that. And on the back is where you put the batteries, and it takes 3 batteries, not included. And finally, to get you flying quickly, you have the quick start guide, and you have the remote control manual. All right, batteries in the drone, fold it up, and let's weigh it. What do we have? 369 grams. Check out the links below. I'm going to link you to the FunSnap Facebook and Instagram page. They will show you where to buy this, and I think they link to Banggood, and that's Banggood behind me. I think that's Banggood. Don't know. Anyways, I don't know if there's any discounts or anything. I don't believe there is. I think you just pay what you pay. But if you look around the internet, you can find this drone for all different prices in different countries. So check around and look for the lowest price to get this drone. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. If you're not already a subscriber, subscribe to this channel because there's tons of cool drone videos on the way. And for now, I'll say take care and we'll catch you in the next video.